Hello, a very good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel again. As you all know, my name is Dr. Tuba, and my main aim through this channel is to guide all the medical professionals, and especially the dentists who would like to consider other countries as an option to work in. So today, let's just jump straight into the topic. We're going to talk about Ireland. I did get many emails regarding this country as well, and my apologies to make the video a little late about it. But yes, this is comparatively an easier country in comparison to the other countries we talk about. The best thing about Ireland is that we don't have a language barrier. Because unlike countries of EU, for example, Denmark, Sweden, Netherlands, etc., we need to learn the language first, which is Dutch and either Danish, etc. But the good thing about Ireland is that the English competence is more than enough. So let's get started with the basics for Ireland. So the first requirement they have is we need to be an English speaker, a fluent English speaker. And usually that is not a problem because in most of the South Asian and the Middle Eastern countries, the medium of teaching is English. Our medical studies are usually in English. So that is the first thing. So usually if your degree is in English and your medium of teaching in your medical school was English, they will not ask you for an English certificate. Maximum, if they change their rules, they might ask you for an IELTS certificate with 6.5 to 7 equivalence, which is not too bad. Because especially in South Asia, we are very much used to giving the IELTS again and again. So that's not much of a problem. So once your degree, English competence and some documents they require is done, then comes, and the registration is done, then comes, of course, the exams you have to give. Now, please listen to this very carefully because it might get a bit confusing. So I will try to make it as easy as possible so everybody could understand. So the Irish exam, the dental exam, consists of two parts, part 1 and part 2. So first you have to pass the part 1, and after that, when you pass it, you have to give the part 2. So that's the basic. Now let's talk about the part 1. The part 1 consists of 3 theory papers and 1 practical exam. And once you pass them, the part 2 also consists of 3 theory papers and 1 practical exam. Now, just like in the ORE, we have paper A and paper B in the ORE part 1, and the subjects are divided in paper A, paper B. Very similarly, in the Irish exam, it's the same thing. Very similar to that. So in part 1, we have 3 theory papers, and those theory papers have certain subjects such as healthcare, the ethics, the law, the legislation of the country, etc. And as much as I know, the part 2 theory papers will have more of clinical subjects. So the part 1, coming back to the part 1 again, there are 3 theory subjects, which are, there are 3 theory papers we have to take, which are some subjects of dentistry. And right after that, you have to give you have to take the practical exam. The practical exam of the part 1 is usually a crown preparation, etc. So once you have passed it, then comes the part 2. The part 2 consists also of 3 theory papers first, which would be some of the clinical subjects. And then right after that, you have another practical. Now this practical would be more of a viva OSCE kind of practical you would have. And right after that, of course, when the part 2 is done also, you would get the license. So this is what the Irish dental exam consists of. It is not that difficult. One of the main benefits, like I said before, is that it is in English. So you do not have to learn the language and then give the exam, of course, because for us, most of the South Asian and Middle Eastern countries, we can speak English. Our medium of teaching is English. So that is a huge advantage for us. So that being said, I personally think Ireland is an easier country in comparison to the others. So this is a country, and also they do not have too many requirements of the certification. So of course, that's an amazing alternative, and I would really encourage most of the people to submit your documents and try Ireland as well. So of course, if there are any other questions, you're more than welcome to message me on my Instagram, which is trdentaldk, or email me on trdentaldk@gmail.com. The details would be in the caption right below this video, and I hope you all have a lovely day. Thank you very much.